Hello and welcome to Cooking with the Anti-Crystal. Today we will attempt to build one of our most favorite holiday treats, a Gingerbread McMansion. The first thing that we will need is an overpriced kit, in keeping with the tradition of the McMansion. So I have this from Trader Joe's. It was definitely overpriced, and it definitely contains questionable and shoddy materials. Notice, if I were to craft a gingerbread house, I would lovingly craft it from scratch. But this is not going to be a gingerbread house. This is a gingerbread McMansion. So we're going to focus on some of the more unsettling elements that come up in the architecture, the general architecture of McMansions. Those things will be oversized, weird facades, architectural elements that don't make sense, and what we're really going for is the look of affluence without actually being affluent. So that's what we're going for, and I hope today is going to be a success. So let's find out. The very first step requires that I take egg white, which I used the separator to separate the yolk from my egg white. So I cracked the egg into here, swirled it around, and separated it. Alright, so what I have done is I have whipped the egg whites until soft peaks form. It's actually kind of cool. You can see them in there. Alright. Next, what I'm going to do is add some powdered sugar. So I'm going to add just a tiny amount of vinegar to this mixture because that'll make it sticky enough to put our gingerbread pieces together with. As we can see, I have the armature for the rest of our Gingerbread McMansion prepared. I have a tower that has no windows in it right here. That's that's kind of a confusing feature. And then I have a mini tower next to the big tower that has weird windows in it. And then I've placed this entryway. This oversized entryway is taking up the focal point of our house, and I've placed it partly in front of a window so that you're kind of like, what, why? But this is a common theme in McMansions. So we have all of these confusing parts, including these weird little, not really window box things that are just there, and I don't know why they're there. And then I have made snow on the roofs of these instead of using frosting, because this is just a facade. I figured what I would do is I would cut up some panty liners and make snow out of them. Remember, our materials are cheap and they're quick and they're easy, and if anybody says, well, that kind of looks like a panty liner, just look at them like they're insane. Look at them like they're crazy. If they say, oh, that looks like a panty liner, just say, oh, are you kidding? That's so gross. I'm so offended. Or just look at them. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put all of these wonderful butter cookies all over the facade. So I'm going to stick them onto the facade with the frosting that I just made. All right. This is what our Gingerbread McMansion should look like when we are finished. So I hope you enjoyed making this Gingerbread McMansion with me. You can see all of the little pieces of cookie that were stuck on with frosting, and we can look at our tower with no windows, and we can look at our second tower right next to the first tower with confusing windows. There's one window on this side and two windows on this side. The window over here looks like a door, but it's not. And over here we have the over-aggrandized entryway, and over here we have a window that's partially blocked by the over-aggrandized entryway, so we're just thinking, what were they thinking? And then we have these weird little faux balcony things that don't really do anything except catch rain. And then for our snow on the roofs, remember, panty liners, they're the secret for our snow on the roof. And if somebody says, oh, that looks like a panty liner, remember, tell them, just say, why would you even think such a thing? How would you think that I could have done such a thing? And leave it at that. So this concludes this episode of Cooking with the Auntie Crystal, and I hope that you have a great holiday if you celebrate anything, and if you don't celebrate anything, celebrate nothing with me.